Alrighty, good evening, everybody. Yep, it's late, but I want to get this main plot going in the metaphor tonight. Sorry, so we're gonna start off with rank 8 Juno, so we're gonna finish our follower arc. Since I had to adjust, because I don't have rank 5 courage yet. I'm supposed to have rank 5 courage by now.
That girl's amazing.
But
she looks a bit rustic, but she might have what it
but
takes
we'll
to
adjust. I think we can still. I have enough wiggle room to get everything done.
Her audience is melting in her hand.
So yeah, all the rank 8s of the followers arcs, they're all voiced. So thank goodness that's a thing.
You're not jealous, are you?
After hearing her sing, you mean? Maybe just a bit. But a little competition is healthy. Her voice, though, it lights.
But tomorrow, in-game tomorrow here is going to be big-time main plot.
You came. Oh, I just wanted to catch.
Which is called a sort of quote-unquote the final battle, but yeah. You know how these Atlas games be.
I didn't expect to say it, but I was having.
I'm just surprised they're doing that again.
You don't.
But you know, it is what it is.
Well, thanks. I'll take your word for it. As for me, I think I've learned to face my demons.
And yeah, lights off too for late night stream.
Now. So you keep an eye out, because I'll be right on your tail. Next time we meet, we'll be sharing a stage.
Well, shouldn't you be off then? Take too long and I'll have a stage larger than this country.
There's that telltale confidence. I will be off, but do enjoy your time here.
It's like to do.
That one. But you know, my good man, I think this whole ordeal has finally shown me exactly why I sing. It's not the lyrics, it's not the harmony, it's the power of the song as a whole. And it varies. When Myrtis sings, you can feel her fiery passion. But for me, I want my music to give people hope, no matter how deep the despair. I want my songs to show people that there is always a light that they just have to reach out and touch. That the future is worth fighting for.
And I was able to farm.
I think that's what the world needs right now.
If anyone can do it.
The past couple days.
I can only get
so
better and better from here. Well,
in case we have to, so I could get those the new party mates, try to get them caught up, but they're still behind.
Everyone can hear me sing in peace.
Juna's sort of caught up.
Of course. It's a
But
promise.
our newer two,
I think I'll have the perfect song for the occasion.
they're still in the 50s.
My sister told me something once. She said I should always strive to get my voice out to more and more people. Journey has been difficult at times, but I'm so glad I never gave up. And as for you, you better be at my side, listening to every note.
The ephemeral songstress, Juna.
Oh yeah, Juna is now Persona Master, the upgraded Mass Dancer, which is pretty cool.
Work together to give truth to our hopes.
Yufa is also Devil Summoner now. I was able to grind and get that going. Increases the MP recovery. Ooh.
All right, enough of that. Tonight we drink. You're stuck with me until the dawn breaks.
We're lit until the big day.
That face. I just want to see what kind of music you like.
Okay, here we go.
you?
No?
Somehow.
It'll be fine.
Yes.
He knows what to do.
However, may I speak?
He did. This should have been voiced too, but whatevs.
It'll be all right.
We can't lose.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Yeah. Right. Besides,
Well, yeah, if we die, he wins, then, well, the world is screwed.
that reminds me.
Damn, Nearest, really?
Okay then.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
It's finally here.
Oh. Well, you're just with us for a little bit, Yufa, but... We gotta do this with the first four. Because I think Luis is gonna be a level 60, so that's why I'm like, I don't want to use Yufa and Basilio.
At last, only a day remains.
Whatever Luis throws at us, this is where we end it.
Between him and the Criers, he's certainly made a production of this. You don't suppose it's a trap?
Nah, he just loves a battle that'll make history. That's the bastard through and through.
Indeed. The man's in first place right now. Not much he stands to gain from subterfuge. But I'll admit, I have my own suspicions.
What? Losing your nerve, old
Should I remember about a gold beetle
I'm ready to lay
during
the
this
bastard out.
story part here?
This one solid whack in the face from Ardell.
You can start with one for Del. Give him 100 for yourself. If he becomes king, the kingdom is finished. Maybe even destroyed from the sounds of it. Rella said as much too. About the country being overrun with hordes of humans. That might be his real aim. Though I can't for the life of me think why Luis would want that. I thought he'd made his name as this grand human slayer.
At the very least, we know that Luis will not wield the king's magic to save this land.
We have our own future we're dreaming of. For Maria and Fabienne. For Grius and Rella. We've got to win this. For everyone's sakes.
You would pursue peril?
Great. Let's move out.
Sadly, we're not. I'm almost at the nice level. The pro tag
The stage is
for this,
set
but
a decisive battle to take place in Grand Trad. And so the
but it is what it is. It is what it is. So I was like, I can't farm. I don't want to farm anymore. We gotta keep going with this main plot. We gotta beat this by the weekend.
He is a boy.
Try to. I don't think I will.
He stands now on
Because
equal footing with Louise.
they didn't announce today Monster Hunter Wilds open betas next week, so we'll be playing that.
Whether or not his gambit is only
That might be the streams for next week, while I farm for the finale of this. Ooh. Ooh.
He's here. Wow, it's really him.
It's the prince!
Welcome back, Your Highness.
Well, the Majora's Mask Moon. Saying what's up again.
This is Royal Highness the Prince. We've been waiting for you. Go and teach that damn Luis a lesson.
Finally! This is better than any of the fables. I'm putting all my money on Luis to win.
Sounds like they're more excited about the spectacle than about the prince being alive. Still, I suppose it makes sense.
But by the faces in the sky and upon the rock, we are squarely set in second place. Even with the gap between us and Luis, the prince has faithful supporters.
We got the final tier of archetypes for most of these guys, except Basilio. Since we still need to level up his follower rank to unlock that.
For an old woman like me. Saint Rella spoke truth. We need the help of His Royal Highness the Prince.
He's the boy with a saint's blessing. He's got to be genuine.
And we got items, so we'll be fine.
Should I take His Highness's side over Luis?
Even after her confession, they still keep her words close. I suppose no amount of past sins could make them forget her genuine kindness. Seems strange to say, but we owe her a great deal. Without her, the people would never have calmed, much less placed their trust in us. We can't let them down.
But looking around the city, some of the fervor seems beyond reason.
Your Highness, you can't stop it, Luis. You've got to kill all the idiots who believe in him. They're not right in the head.
Is that right? You're the ones who aren't right in the head. It's because of stiff old cowards like you that this country's been spinning its wheels. Not ever getting better.
Then why hasn't Luis shown up yet, eh? Sounds like he's your coward, after he arranged all this too.
True enough. If he doesn't even show up after all this fuss he's made, everyone would feel like fools.
Probably going for another big grandstanding entrance like at the royal funeral.
So
Maybe.
Either way, he's dead meat.
Save your fury for the fight ahead. But still.
Over there! His Royal Highness the Prince has arrived.
Whoa, and Lady Juna as well.
I say, nothing wrong with an adoring public, but this is getting more claustrophobic than the engine room.
Nah.
We don't want to get stuck. I'm popping back in the room.
Let's head to the Hushed Honeybee Inn for now. I'm sure Maria will be happy to see us back.
Well, we have plenty of drawings to show her too. Except she's already rank 8 in the current playthrough here.
All the customers say they're on your side. I was surprised at how popular you are.
Thanks for helping, Maria. We couldn't have done it without you.
I tried my very, very best.
I never thought Luis would be the one throwing down the gauntlet to you. If he'd survived, I'm sure he'd say the same. You'd better get some rest tonight. Come on, Maria. It's time you went to bed.
I wish we could stay up and talk more. Good luck tomorrow. I'll be cheering for you.
It's finally happening.
We've got to win this. For Grius' sake, too.
Victory is in our grasp. We once thought it impossible to save His Highness the Prince after all, and he now lives.
I just didn't set up
Wards will be fighting on even ground.
inherent skills for most of the cast,
Magic lived up to the legends.
but I think we should. I think we'll be. I think Josh should be okay still.
Man, woman, and child has been at its whims for months.
Not the kind of power any of us want in Luis's hands.
But will this fight truly settle everything? By the spell's own rules, the throne will go to whoever wins the most support. Even after this battle, the crown's fate isn't set. We saw how the people's hearts have been whipped to dangerous passions. When the dust settles...
Whatever they make of it, we've come this far. All we can do now is finish our fight and strike to kill. Any less, and Luis will cut us down.
Indeed. Let us now devote ourselves to victory, and then worry of what comes after. We must believe in all we've yet accomplished.
That's right. The journey.
Should be our last battle against
Some
Luis.
journey, right, guys?
I'm just trying to stay hopeful, knowing how far we've come. Now you've awoken your archetype, forged friendships, and taken so many burdens on your shoulders. You've really risen to this fight.
You're right there.
But it takes me back. If the prince could see you now, he'd be pretty proud of you. Don't you think?
He would.
You and he were best friends. Best friends. Wait, what?
What's the matter?
Oh, sorry. I felt like I'd misspoke for a second or something. Don't mind me.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, we'll make sure this is...
Foreshadowing.
Gotta report our victory to His Highness personally, right?
Oh, she gets rank 7. She gets rank 7 here.
It's like I'm seeing the prince smile again.
Come on, give me rank 8, just so I can learn final mage tier.
We'll need it come tomorrow.
See, that's why this is not the final battle. I'm like, come on, I haven't finished these.
So?
All right, I'm gonna save. Do another. Oh wow, we didn't save at the Tower Insolence for all the farming. Yeah. Okay, we have 2 more slots left. Okay, let's go. Let's do this. And as much as I want to platinum this game, I'm like, trying to New Game Plus it is... Try to replay this all in New Game Plus is gonna be... Oof.
Lord, our investigations have borne fruit. We know where the true prince lies.
Yeah, this is gonna be... I have a feeling...
Royalists who disappeared with the prince
I have a feeling this is gonna be Luis's play. He's gonna try to kill the true prince. He knows.
To the west of the royal capital, deep within a forest said to bewitch those who should wander in. An old village erased from today's maps. That said, against all odds, it seems that this place is...
The lost village of the Elder. Last trampled by Fortin's troops, sent to burn it to the ground.
You knew then?
Yeah, this is... I had a hunch. This is...
To hide in a place publicly declared as destroyed. Quite a gambit. The prince was born there, you know. An illegitimate son, after the past king's heart was drawn to a woman of the village in his youthful years of debauchery.
What?
What?
Then the prince really does bear elder blood.
Fortin did not raise the village for any defiance of his scriptures. He thought only to eliminate an inconvenient heir, a threat to his power, before his birth was known. The prince's survival, his complete disappearance, this was the missing piece. Zorba, go and snuff them out for good.
Sir, consider them annihilated. I've been hoping for an opportunity to test this newfound power.
Yep, yep, alright.
Now, the battle at the royal capital looms. I must begin my own preparations. If you call yourself the prince, then I will give you a prince's end. And I have just the spell to do it.
Huh. Yep, he knows. He knows.
And the age of a new king draws nearer.
He knows.
Good morning. Did you sleep well? Ready to face the day?
Yes, of course.
No hesitation at all. You've really grown out there.
But you have to come back, no matter what, okay?
I confess my mind strays back to the royal funeral. Yet we are more than we ever were then. Now we have the power to see this through.
Let's get out there, thrash him, and come back here to celebrate.
Never thought we'd find ourselves back at the Grand Cathedral for the final showdown. Let's pull ourselves together, ready our supplies, and give him hell.
Let's head there.
Can we talk?
Just sublime.
We have everything.
Right then.
Let's go.
We're just gonna do the thing. Extra loading for this.
I love it.
Ready?
Oh great, balance.
Well, bit of a tricky situation. Can't exactly say I'm the tournament's official crier anymore, things being what they are. I mean, Sanctifex Forden and St. Rella are gone. Bluntly speaking, there is no tournament anymore. But like hell, if that's gonna stop me as a lone citizen watching over the future of our country, you can look to me for the latest news on this upcoming fight. Woo! Live free, crier! Fight the power!
Fight the power!
Very good. Let's begin, shall we? The Day of Judgment is here. The final fight between Luis, military paragon and one-man army, and the boy who claims to be the fallen prince. The entire continent's eyes are on this battle, folks, and only one...
Ben the king, the moon is watching.
Let's see a show of true strength, worthy of our new king.
Where's my fierce deity mask?
Give Luis the boot.
Count Luis! Kill that imposter!
It looks to me like Luis hasn't even bothered to show at the royal capital.
Well, there's no way he'd run away from this. Anytime now. Anytime.
Whoa, over there! It's Luis's gauntlet runner! And so the leading candidate finally makes his appearance.
And meanwhile, I'm just walking.
Luis.
The two titans of this race have finally come face to face. Let's introduce our candidates once again for this final bout. Our first candidate, Count Luis. Adopted son of a minor nobleman, he rose to fame on his incredible military merits, quelling domestic conflicts and almost becoming our nation's youngest general. Suspected of attacking His Highness, he was denounced and cast down, but his name has since been cleared, and now here he stands, closest to the throne. Then we have the Elden candidate, he who claims to be none other than His Highness, the Prince. Though his identity is uncertain, his strength is undeniable. Through his campaign, we've seen his team flourish, counting even the songstress Juna among them. The time has come to demonstrate his power. Will it be enough for this youth to take the throne?
I have to commend you. A lesser man would have run. This all began with the king's failings. He was an unworthy ruler, and his incompetence bred the chaos that followed. You, who claim to be the prince, what do you believe the people seek in their king?
the intellect to resolve everything.
Can intellect alone protect the people? In the end, words are nothing against power. Now let me ask you, my gathered people, what is it that makes a king?
Power! My Lord Louis, kill him now! Only the strong can rule!
Your Highness, show us your power!
Young candidate, have you or your party any final speeches before the duel?
We have only one thing to say. Wake up! Luis's fair world is barbaric. A land where the strong are the weak. He promises protection, but he is the very man who would see you slain. Hear this! Luis ordered my home destroyed by a human. Are we a land of animals? Or are we a nation united in the protection of the weak, in raising up our neighbors?
He's the type of man who will kill anyone who gets in his way. If you crown him king, I know the country will burn. Rella said as much.
People, do not let your hearts falter. I desire but one thing, a world without inequality. And I shall gladly offer my shield to all of those who follow this ideal. Those who do not, however, will be slain without mercy or regret. It could not be simpler.
If your equality means you will sacrifice the people who need help most, then I deny your world!
So, you think you have the strength to protect the weak? Then prove to me these are more than empty words. Come then, and act your part in this showdown. I have a new world to build, and you will die in its name.
The time has come.
I'll use what I must.
Finishing this, here and now.
Some darker arts.
There is no
Come
escape
forth,
from
royal soul. Here.
Helpful as ever.
Hey, let's do this.
I shall vanquish evil.
We settle this here.
We strive for.
Oh, I have Dark Knight.
As the point of a sword.
Damn.
I will annihilate you.
I see your game.
Beautiful done,
Nice miss.
Nice one, Captain.
Even with the crit.
Oh, power of kings.
The freedom of a want. Vitus power.
Oh, I have Heat Riser. I forgot. Okay.
Wind. In the name of Samurai. I call the lightning.
Is everyone all right?
Oh, this is definitely a two-phase fight.
I'll run you through.
Can you endure it?
Oh, great. Fire. Oh! Hulkenberg coming through.
I strike to kill.
Oh my gosh. Even with the... Okay, there you go.
Now accept your fate.
Let's stay calm. Come forth, royal soul.
We're not out of this yet.
Here, I'm gonna heal.
I owe you.
Thank you.
My thanks.
Let's do this.
Forward!
This is it.
No. Oh, poignant.
Good. Very good. Yours is a worthy power, one untainted by petty tactics or cheap tricks. However,
Alright, what's the play here? Oh, come on, there's more?
Magnificent. You truly have become more powerful. But I would expect no less of a remnant of humankind. You're a survivor of a lost tribe, aren't you?
Humankind?
Because he's elder, you would call him a monster.
You should know the truth by now. After all that time I allowed you to spend on that pagan island. History, as told by the Sanctus Church, is a fiction. No doubt you saw all the evidence of a truer history.
Oh?
Told of ancient times where the land was ruled by a far different people.
You mean the legends according to the murals and ruins from the temple?
Yufa! Don't humor him.
But if that war between gods truly did come to pass...
Gods? How droll. They may have governed all things with works far beyond ours, but they were no gods. They were an ancient tribe unlike any other race, now lost. Wielders of true magic. The modern age saw them called Elder, shunned from our cities. But in their time, they were known as humankind.
I thought humans were those mad monsters. What are you trying to say now?
What in the hell?
Dog!
Your lies will soil His Highness's name no longer.
You believe it false? What would I stand to gain from lies?
Elder are actually humankind? Why wouldn't I know that?
They're the first humans!
His appearance as a boy is mere trickery. In truth, he is humankind. He is kin to the feral monstrosities that roam this land, leaving carnage in their wake.
He doesn't know when to give up. No one would believe this madness.
No need
Oh
to
boy.
stress yourself. I'll show you the proof. You, boy, who call yourself the prince. You will be the cornerstone upon which my utopia is built.
Utopia?
Uh-oh. You got the secret weapon.
What's happening?
Hey, what ails him?
Witness the truth, good people. You would know the identity of your would-be prince. Here he is.
Oh,
He's a monster! It's a human! It's gone.
The truth of the humans is laid bare. They're no beasts, but another form of the Elder Tribe. Cast aside their guise with magic, and they reveal their true colors. He is no royalty, no boy, but a ruthless fiend intent on your throne!
It's not true! It has to be one of the Count's illusions!
What illusion? That's no prince! It's a monster! It'll kill us all! Run!
What has become of him?
It must be Luis's wicked magic. Yet, the aura of Magla, it's exactly like a human's.
He's not!
He's a human.
Hey! Snap out of it! You have to stop this! Ah!
Galago, do something. Fuse with him or something. Yeah, Hydaelyn, help.
Be not afraid, child. 'Tis not thy true self.
Persona.
True fate. In this moment, thy mind is disturbed, twisted by the power of that man. The time has come. Thou must face the truth deepest within thee.
What's that about?
Remember again thy true self, the purpose of thy birth.
That's right.
An ideal world. Even if reality crushes everything I believe in, even if my ideals languish, I know I can trust you to see them through. It's always been that way. Whenever my life's been the hardest, you are always there to help me through it. After all, you're mine.
Wake up! Wake up! Hey!
Are you well?
Yeah, I think so.
You seem coherent at least. We saw you take on a terrible, monstrous form. We knew not what to do.
You had vast reserves of magic poured into you. It was eating away at your body and mind, but I've managed to suppress it. He may be back with us, but without rest, he will surely succumb.
He's gonna get cursed!
I don't know if he can withstand the same magic a second time.
I will not let you die.
It would appear the throne is now mine in every sense. None remain to oppose me. Your vengeance is at hand. Will you not finally slay the monster and avenge your people?
Shut up!
Oh.
Unfortunately, the prince is finished either way. Both this imposter and the true prince at death's door, deep in the woods.
The true prince? You bastard! What have you done?
Bloody hell! Is that why he called us here? It was all just a bloody distraction!
Your part in this has ended. Go where you wish, but I advise you run fast if you would outpace your hunters.
Seize the monster! I don't care if you have to kill it!
Attention now. This looks dire. How could you deceive us?
I knew all along that filthy lowborn was hiding something.
Oh, right.
We retreat to our gauntlet runner. We must find him safe haven to rest.
It won't be long until the entire kingdom hears of this mess. We've no safe haven left.
Gallica, we've only got one option now. I'm worried about the prince too.
I know. We'll head to my home, and the prince's refuge. The Elden Sanctum.
Oh no, my popularity rank.
Count Luis has saved the country. He has driven off the human who sought to usurp it. Count Luis is our true savior.
Sounds like we've got our next king, then.
Might as well fall in with him. He'll keep us safe from any humans at the very least.
They'll be all right, won't they?
That boy is no monster. I'm sure they'll be fine.
Luis! What the hell did he do? Stay safe out there, boy.
The flow of that evil Magla was surely born from Luis's magic. What a terrifying force.
I'll remember that sight for the rest of my days. But he hasn't...
See, come on, Badland's on our side now.
You can't tell me the fight's over.
Oh no. Doubled.
Why?
I know, it's like that.
It was more of a defeat than it was a departure. They board the gauntlet runner and rush from the capital, as though hiding from the shrieking animosity of the masses. What more can they endure? There is no light.
A hiding place for the Elder Tribe. Wonders never cease.
We can marvel at it later. The mirror hasn't shown me anything for a while. I can't even see the room now, let alone the prince.
Uh-oh.
Just after we'd finally resolved the curse, too.
Luis's final words trouble me. We must hurry on.
At first glance, it is a simple forest, deep as any other. But the observant may sense that every tree in its formation is ancient and grand, bathed in mystical serenity. The name of this place is familiar only to the few who grasp the truth. The ancient Elden Sanctum.
Can you walk, lad?
That's a relief. Seems like the rest on the ride here did him some good.
Poor chap's even got me worried. I'll shuffle along too.
Hey, I reacted poorly when you were turned into that thing. I apologize. My mind just went blank. For a moment, I doubted you. Forgive me. I should have recognized Luis's drivel for what it was.
It's behind us now.
Nothing will shake me like that again, I swear it. I will never turn from you. And here's hoping there can be no surprises worse than that.
But what a sea of trees. If we get lost in here, we're never getting out.
I can sense a special barrier in place. Meant to deliberately lead people astray, too. A perfect place to hide.
Gallica, how fares His Highness? Does the Farsight mirror yield any news?
No. I checked a bunch of times in the Gauntlet Runner. I'm not seeing anything. I'm worried.
Hurry and lead the way.
Right. Everyone stay close so we don't get separated. The village is this way.
Well, his life's in their hands. Yep.
Oh, this looks like...
Oh.
Who are you?
Oh, when they first met. Oh no, I got the echo like in Final Fantasy XIV.
The royal flower? A surprise to see them blooming here.
Something about this place. Yes. The flow of Magla is strong here. It is much like the altar of the dragon god. The Magla in the air seems to be concentrated here. What is this place?
Gallica, something the matter? Your mind seems elsewhere.
Oh, sorry. I've got this weird feeling that something really important happened here. Anyway, let's keep moving.
Oh, the real memories are coming out now. Ooh.
So here you are at last.
Shaded person, who's this guy? Great trees and a deer.
How odd. This place is clearly in ruins, but it doesn't look like natural decay.
It was burned to the ground. One day, a bunch of kingdom soldiers showed up out of the blue. Without so much as a reason. They made an inferno of the place.
But why? Why would His Majesty order such an atrocity?
Thinking back now, it may have been Forden who led the charge. I can't be certain. But if it was up to him, he would have done it just to purge the filthy Elda tribe.
Luis claimed that the Elden people were just another form of the humans. If he spoke true...
They're not. There's no way. Anyway, more than half of
Ain't
the
no way.
villagers died in the fire. And those who survived were forced to hide in caves. That way everyone would think they were wiped out.
'Tis a shrewd ploy indeed, to hide in a place the enemy themselves saw destroyed. Yet, why did Alcest? No matter. His Highness is in this cave, correct?
Yes, over there.
What? That...
He draws no breath. Likely a stab in the back. I doubt he even had time to shout.
I recognize him.
Yikes.
He was the associate of the first operative I came in contact with. He was a lot more skilled than those Sanctist warrior monks. Now...
Gallica, the cave is just ahead, yes?
Yes. It's past the woods, over there.
Then we move.
Hmm.
I don't like this.
Hmm. The ferry? Oh, I would have missed this gold beetle. Alright. That is missable, so you... If you miss that, oh well. Luckily, you can afford to miss 3 gold beetles. In this game, if you want the gold beetle trophy. Oh no, it's a Ujeef.
Russell? You're safe!
Huh? My word.
Russell.
Is that you, Gallica?
You were His Highness's tutor.
I know but one red-tressed knight. Are you the royal guard? The Lady Hulkenberg? By the heavens. Then...
She's been helping us. Everyone here is a trusted ally. They've all fought to save the prince.
Alas. Oh, what a tragedy. If this reunion had only been a moment sooner.
Russell, where is His Highness? What happened? Is His Highness safe?
A few days ago, those detestable cursed thorns finally faded. I cannot tell you how long I had waited to see them gone. It was truly a joy beyond words. It happened before we could fathom it. A lone stranger, a loathsome figure came striding in. His Highness had only just regained consciousness since the curse's lifting. Yet, to protect us, he threw himself upon the assassin's blade. We were horror-struck. His Highness lay pierced through the heart, and we saw him breathe his last.
No,
that can't be true.
The stranger was a master of magic. None could match him. Of the Resistance's numbers, only I remain.
Who was responsible for this?
I don't know who the murderer was, but he cried his patron's name aloud as he did the deed. For Count Luis. From the moment he appeared, I believe his sole purpose was to kill His Highness. As soon as the lifelight left the prince's eyes, the stranger left, with only a smile.
An innocent boy. Twice tormented in the clutches of assassins. All because of the family he was born into.
Luis, there really is no evil you won't stoop to.
Please, Russell. Where is the prince?
we need to see the body.
Laid him in the prayer room for now, at the end of the cave. He rests just this way.
You're coming, aren't you, love?
I still can't believe it.
I know. But we have to see for ourselves.
The proof.
I'd heard a rumor that there was a boy candidate who claimed to be His Highness. So, that was you? 'Tis just as Cinderella said. You're no scoundrel. Indeed, you risked life and livelihood to see His Highness restored. Strange. Something in you reminds me of His Highness.
Something wrong?
No, it's nothing. Well, I will go before you to the prayer room. Once you are ready, you are free to join me.
Time's a wasting, guys.
You going to stay here?
No. I must bear witness myself. As his knight, I must.
I'm a little worried.
It's nearly time.
For what, Heidelin?
Long have I waited.
What are you guys doing here? Oh, really?
Pardon?
What's going on? Truly, Elda?
You must hurry. The time has come.
Oh gosh.
What?
For this day, there is still time.
The fairies.
Hello there.
Is this gonna be anime? Whoa. Hold on. Oh.
Hey.
It is him. Uh-oh.
This way.
Why is there a shop here?
No. Your Highness.
It's some magic.
Why?
I didn't realize anyone still remained to weep over this child. Huh? Gallica, you've returned.
Milady Gruade. It's been a long time.
May I ask who this is?
She is the chiefess of this village. The Hermitess Gruade.
She was kind enough to shelter the entire organization when His Highness fled to these woods.
I can't believe he's gone. I'm just some parapus orphan from the slums. I was never supposed to outlive any prince. Was he killed here?
No. It all happened in the bunk room in the back. We moved him here to the altar once all was quiet. I don't know if you'd believe me, but I received a revelation. Should the prince die, his body should be kept safe and still here until the rightful day comes.
The rightful day.
He is but a bastard sired by that despicable man. He is still Her Majesty's son.
Despicable? What, you mean the king? Wait, who's Her Majesty?
Do you know nothing of the child's mother? The boy was not brought across borders to us. He was born here, in the ancient sanctum. His mother was our
Well then.
the queen of our elder tribe. She was a flower amidst the forests, a woman of such beauty, grace, and kindness. She saved this child from the flames. And it cost her her life. Her death is on that man's hands. Like a piper, he wandered in and seduced the young queen with his idealistic tales. But he failed to protect his family and died powerless. The village was only set ablaze because the boy was in the way of the Sanctus Church's designs on the throne. And that insipid king could do nothing to stop them. But you see, this boy, His Highness the Prince, looks so much like Her Majesty. And so... You there, boy. Are you perhaps...
No.
No, it can't be. And yet...
Is something amiss, Milady Gourde? He is one of Gallica's allies. His loyalty stands with His Highness, and he has risked much in the prince's name.
Whoa! What's with the formal introduction? You were the one who gave us our orders in the first place.
Hurry.
Oh no, the echo.
Hey, are you okay?
The time has come. Here thou camest to the end of thy journey. This secret place was home to thee.
Ah, the flashbang.
Remember thy path thus far. Walk thy life's road and see it anew. I have been waiting for thee to overcome thy trials. Long have I waited for thy return. Know this, his life is not yet ended.
What do you mean?
It all started on that ill-fated day when the usurper thought to extinguish his light. Before he fades away, recount all thou hast seen and felt. All thou hast gained in thy journey's course.
Oh gosh, I may need to look this up.
Gallica and thee sought to take the head of Luis, but thy efforts came to naught. So, ye moved instead to join a tournament to decide the land's king.
In the prince's name.
Though thy plan was reckless, thou didst win the trust of the people by the support of peers and subjects alike. Thus, thou didst declare thyself the prince.
It was all for victory.
After overcoming many obstacles, thou didst finally lift the prince's curse. Yet by the cruel machinations of another, the young prince...
Okay, hold on.
He is no longer with us.
Thy sole mission was to save the prince. Bereft of him, thou hast no further reason to live.
That's not true.
If the prince is dead, wert thy efforts all for naught?
He's not dead.
So thy resolve is yet unbroken. So be it. Thou hast earned the truth. He was consumed by the curse, and was taken by a deep, abiding slumber. Yet his soul remained alive, so from his earthly form, I extracted his soul, that he might travel the land in Odyssey. And thus, his stilled sands began to flow once more. Thy journey hast taken thee far, and taught thee much.
I am thou, thou art
So
I.
now I ask thee, who art thou?
I'm the prince's friend.
Is that truly thy role? Clear your mind and think, to name but a few. Thy parents, memories of thy youth.
Hear, feel, think.
Where and how thy youngest years were spent. Yes, thy memories begin the moment thou befriend the prince. Dost thou suspect the reason?
I just don't remember.
Then search thy mind. Thou knowest the truth in thy heart, surely. Thou hast nothing. Thou art a being of mine own creation. 'Twas Gallica alone who the Resistance laid their hopes upon all those days past. Thy life had yet to begin. All thou hadst, all that had been bestowed, was a memory. Thy mission to save the prince. Thy memories of youth in the prince's company, and the void enshrouding all else in thy past. All signs of thy conjured existence.
I have nothing?
Nay, the words of the prince in thy memory are unmistakably of his true heart. The memories gained on thy journey, the friendships made, the trust forged. These true things art thine own. All thy trials, all thy experiences wert to prepare thee for this day. To share the strength thou hast gained with thy other self.
Your other self?
My other self?
Accept the truth, and thou wilt face an ordeal beyond any you have yet faced. If thy desire is instead for freedom, thou mayest still abandon thy mission, and end it here.
Is that right?
So I bid thee answer my final question. Who art thou in truth?
I am the prince.
What is this? I feel a curious resonance.
Could this be? But how?
I had to be sure.
Impossible.
That's why I was looking it up.
What's going on?
What awaits us now?
Life is not yet lost. Thou wert born apart from the prince's flesh, born of his desire to change the world. In his stead didst thou travel the world. Thou didst support his heart, and became his living fantasy. That is thy true self. Thou art everything the prince sought to be, his ideal. It all began with the novel in thy possession.
It was the book all along.
Drawn by the divine relic, Magla coalesced into flesh, and flesh coalesced into form. The form of an elder, as I once was.
Oh, damn. there's Gallica.
The time hath come. Awaken, reborn anew. No more the prince's dream of utopia thou wouldst chase. Nay, but thine own.
Yep, they're gonna fuse Dragon Ball style. Hell yeah.
What? What is this?
What's happened? Thou hast done well to guide him this far.
This voice. I'm sure I've heard it before.
Thy mind should now be clearing. Remember now thy true charge. He was never a member of the Resistance. The mission, the departure, was thine alone. And thereafter didst thou encounter him.
Who are you? Wait, what am I saying?
In those long ago days, he had just been born into this land. Newborn in form, if not in appearance, the boy needed a guide. Thus, I decided his memories would be thine. Thou wouldst share past and purpose, a memory so crafted to suit thee. My journey to the capital would not be made alone, but alongside him.
No, that can't be. He was there when we got our orders.
I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to. Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there? This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
No.
Oh.
But I was alone?
By this choice, he might be saved. By these gentle, necessary lies, we could live to see this day, when our dearest wish is fulfilled. As he traveled alongside thee, he gained both strength and wisdom. It is only by thy efforts that my voice reached him. He has now been saved. And so the journey ends here. Thou hast fulfilled thy mission admirably.
What? Wait just a minute. What do you mean, it ends here?
From here on, thy path is thy own. Choose thy own future for thyself, and may the fates smile on thy journey.
Hey, this game's not done yet.
How do we make sense of this?
Well...
Really you? How... I mean... How do you feel?
I feel fine, I think.
There seems to be no doubt. He is still himself. But I also sense his...
Yeah, we Dragon Ball fused.
Everyone? I need to tell you something. The truth is...
So let me get this straight. You're saying it's not a matter of our captain and his highness joining together, but that the former was... this disembodied entity sprung from the latter?
Then that's why he had no memories? 'Cause he didn't even exist?
I see. Finally, I understand the strange feeling I had sensed upon our meeting. What shaped you, so to speak, was the prince's will itself, a part of his consciousness.
Huh?
Yes, the prince's very heart. He was his soul given flesh. Perhaps the form we knew was one shaped by material magla. Much like how the dragon god manifests beyond the vessel Drakadios.
A mass of Magla with a will. Forget the dragon god. He may as well have been a dragon himself.
Small wonder he awakened to an
Sure,
appetite before
Juna,
anyone
sure.
else. There was no great aptitude for magic. He himself was composed of pure Magla.
The self, as a manifestation of one's desires. Similar to archetypes. I suppose this is the very essence of magic.
You mean to say that it was not merely pretense to claim the prince's name? He truly was His Highness all along.
If that's true, this is finally your reunion with your sworn liege. Seems like cause for rejoicing, eh? Lady Hulkenberg of the Royal Guard.
She's still shocked.
But I failed to protect His Highness.
No. I am sure the strength of your devotion had a hand in saving him.
While all and sundry believed the lad had shuffled off, you alone kept the faith, milady. And in the end, that faith was rewarded.
Fate was changed.
Are you really His Royal Highness the Prince?
It's like, yes.
Please, forgive me, Your Highness. I failed you when you needed me most. And more, despite being a member of your royal guard, I did not recognize Your Highness at our meeting and showed you such insolence.
It never bothered me.
That's right.
It never bothered me.
We've been through so much together. What could we be but allies?
This time, I will protect you. Even should it cost me my very life. I swear to it.
Finally, we've done Grius proud. We've really done it.
By the way, what are we supposed to call you now? I mean, how would you prefer to be addressed, my lord?
You can just keep, calling me Captain.
No, Your Highness! With all respect, I must object.
This is no time to be thick-headed, Miguel. He's the one who gets to decide what we bally call him, so we'll listen to him, eh? What?
You, sir, should be begging His Highness for forgiveness on bended knee. You mangled the royal runner to your own whimsy, you lout!
Oh my gosh, Hulkenberg.
I mean, it was all dashed useful in the end, wasn't it? A bit of clemency, Your Highness.
So much for acting same as always.
Well, what about these two?
It's beyond belief. Not just that a child who'd lain cold for years could come back to us, but through such extraordinary circumstances. After so long in the curse's thrall, he could not even open his eyes. He may as well have been a corpse. But all this time, he had been on his own journey. It was the boy's dearest wish. He spoke of a fantasy of traveling the world, meeting its people, seeing its truths. And without him even knowing, magic made it real. He is a child of Elden blood and Elden legacy. All these years he spent in the village, he has rested near the secret of true magic. Perhaps this is how it came to be.
His was a fantasy surpassing fantasy. It became
But not a final one. Ho 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 ho.
possessed force acting of its own volition.
Whole new fantasy.
And
Oh.
reunited, Prince and fantasy live anew.
A journey to discover and reclaim the self, in all senses. No wonder he set off the custom igniter in the Royal Gauntlet Runner. It was the Crown Prince himself.
Even having it all explained like this, it feels like nothing short of a miracle.
I can only guess that fate had a hand in it.
That's right. I remember, I heard a voice. Guide him, it said.
Here. Feel.
What's this all of a sudden?
Think.
If you can't remember anything from before our journey, then we probably met after you'd only just... happened. Right?
I shouldn't have known you then. But for some reason, I was convinced that we'd always been together. I thought we both received the order to save the prince, too. Ever since the moment I heard that weird voice guiding me.
A voice? Lady Gruaday mentioned a revelation. Hold on, are we still being mystic and metaphorical, or was there an
Metaphor
actual guide
mentioned
involved?
in the
I know
game.
someone was
Metaphor.
guiding me. I just don't know who.
So a disembodied voice. Hang on. Come to think of it, that sounds a bit familiar for me too.
Hey, who do you think the voice belongs to? Any idea?
I have no idea.
Come to think of it, this place, the light coming in, they seem familiar.
I might say the same. When I first acquired this power, I
That's
had a
right.
vision of somewhere not unlike these grounds.
Does this mean that we've been guided as well?
Perhaps someone has been at your side unseen, watching over the course of your journey.
All the
Imagine
all the
this
archetypes.
is a shock for you as well. But here you are, back in your rightful place. You have come to the end of your arduous journey.
He's idling all along.
It is a life well won, grasped with your own two hands.
Chief Descruide, we want to know everything. What is the truth behind your tribe, the Elder? We Mustari are also said to have inherited truths of the world before us. Histories hushed by sanctism. But this village, it is something altogether different. I myself feel a strange familiarity here. A lost haven underground, yet letting of the sky's light. Please, tell us, what is the Elder Tribe?
To know what we are, you must first know our history. Come to the altar room past the door. I'll wait for you there.
Now what am I to do?
I know, like, why are you having...
Now then.
Why is there a shop here? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good.
Alright, buying it all. We got money.
That's fine.
Oh, nice.
What do you think? Good.
Ah, I get it.
That's fine.
How nice.
Indeed.
Oh.
Whew. Alright, I'll save over this one. What a... The altar secret history. Oh.
Does this depict the Elder tribe?
Elder comes from an ancient word, meaning only the old ones. It was an alias given by our ancestors to outsiders who visited the village in the distant past. As for our original name, you know it well by now. We were humans.
Aha!
Human tribe. So Luis's words.
There is no human tribe. Tribes, as we know them today, did not exist then.
Boom, that's why there was a lost city in one of the main dungeons.
Humankind.
This
World united. But wait. The ruins on Virga Island. There's nothing left of the civilization today. Was it destroyed?
Yeah, this was
How?
of some future.
One that all but destroyed the world past. But its destruction was born of the discovery of Magla.
Yeah, it's a world full of magic now.
Today, magic. Do you wonder what they battled over?
Yeah, this is like, yeah, some future world, yeah, where ours is long gone. This is some futuristic world with magic. This, yeah, that revelation was nuts. Thinking it was like something else.
The idea of absolute rightness is born of fear. That fear flooded the world and gave way to war. And their age of prosperity came to be
The world before.
The people we now call tribes were either born of artificial division for the sake of the war effort, or natural adaptation to survive the hellscape after.
Unbelievable. We've met plenty of people caught up in pointless conflicts.
So it makes you wonder if this is
They'd rather live in a world without tribal division.
way big brain thought here. If this is the future of like, hey, the Mega 10 universe, you know, the Persona.
How we all got here.
This is the future of Persona. Like Persona games are like the modern times SMT as well, and this is like the future of them.
Only a matter of a scant few centuries. You understand now, yes. We, the Elder, the survivors of the old world.
No, but at the same time,
ancestors fled the flames of war and thus.
no, I do believe SMT games take place at the, or like SMT might be taking place like somewhere else, some other timeline.
But then, why do we know these monsters as humans?
By war's end, both sides were consumed by fear. Their magical assaults escalated with each retaliation.
All the anxiety.
Until it was beyond all control. Our world became
This game, man.
rampant magic disturbs the body and mind. By now, I'm sure you know that better than you ever wished to. Humans
Well, yeah.
are what remains of that branch of humankind that succumbed to melancholia. Broken, horrifying testaments to their own mistakes in the war of magic. Some persist, breed, and multiply as any beast does. Others live centuries of agony before their lives burn out. Even we do not know the full scope of their nature. Regardless, when the 8 tribes settled in this land, our claim to the human legacy was forgotten.
And this is why Atlas is treating this as a third pillar of franchises, main franchises.
The same one by which we are known today.
Gosh, this world building and whatnot. Holy moly.
The old world couldn't control its magic. And wait. How does the Sanctus Church fit in? All this revisionist history to spread their magic igniters.
Indeed, what are magic igniters to you? Tools for the church to shackle the people, perhaps? or weapons that hide magic's true potential.
The potential.
Am I close to the mark? In truth, it's the opposite. Igniters are tools made to limit magic.
Okay.
Restraints made in self-discipline, meant to avert a repeat of history's destructive mistakes. The Sanctus Church of today is muddied by greed, but its faith was born of good intentions. They once urged self-control, and thus control of one's personal magic. At times, they preached we must close our eyes to the truth when it would only lead us to ruin. By this benign tenet, history was obscured, and the Elder denounced.
I had no idea. There's a grim irony in that.
His Majesty only hid his son's ancestry to protect him. Yet in the end, that meant Forden could attack the village under any pretext he liked, his motives concealed.
With all that said, you have now reclaimed your true form. The friends that stand with you are of different tribes and ideologies, but of one mind. As you are now, you may walk the path of the rightful king. The path of a modern world, where the tribes walk as individuals, yet with mutual respect and cooperation.
The sovereign's power, thou king to be, entrusted with the will of the people. To bear their hopes is to be their rock in the storm, and to face anxiety in their names.
Do I have to pull something out again?
Yet, anxiety itself is not something to blindly reject or desperately cast away. It begins with a simple thing, acknowledging its existence. Accept thy weakness, walk forward alongside it, and thou wilt grow strong and true in its company.
And besides...
Oh gosh, the literal prince. Holy.
Let's do it.
I have to level it up though, man. We gotta level it up as well.
Let's fight.
That is the mission.
That's it. I've made up my mind. I'm with you to the end, no matter what.
Where's this coming from?
Before we got there, this guiding voice thing told me my duties were over. But what am I gonna do? Just go, okay, bye? Especially after we've come this far together?
No.
No. I'm going to face Luis with you. Even if it is scary.
Even you've got to cope with anxiety, eh?
I've realized something in our travels. Anxiety can lead people astray. But overcoming it makes a person stronger.
Damn,
There's always
facts.
anxiety in the unknown.
Ooh.
I don't know what it's like to be afraid of something I don't understand. That's why I think it's my duty to help people face and connect with their anxiety. Is that okay? From now on, it's not about orders. I'm with you, because I want to be.
Counting on
I'll
you.
be counting on you as always.
Same here. Stick close to me, okay?
Well, we're past the worst of it. But the problem remains. Luis's dark magic. We've
Yeah,
seen
that
it
thing.
turn the boy into
What?
a
How do we
monster.
handle that?
And no doubt he can do it again.
A forbidden spell, turning sane mortals into the fearsome human monsters. In other words, a destabilizing magic. churning a person's magla into a snarl beyond control. This man named Luis. He may have his own past in this ancient sanctum.
Oh.
Luis has been here? What do you know of him?
Okay.
What do you wish to know?
What is this forbidden spell?
The essence of magic is in the control of magla.
Chaos control.
However, just as its chaos may be calmed, it can also be deliberately pushed out of control. That was what you saw. He whipped your innate magic to a frenzy and you were lost to melancholia. Just as the humans of the ancient war once were. In every age, the cause...
So basically, it's like in Digimon, I turned into Skull Greymon instead of Metal Greymon.
Become slaves to their anxiety. Suffer. And thus, the power of magic is born.
Pardon me. You mean to say anxiety is the source of all magic?
Magla is a substance born of the heart, generated when one feels anxiety or fear. By certain means, it may be kindled into power. That is what we call magic. In this way, it is by virtue of the anxiety...
Yeah, this world is just gets even more and more fascinating.
Magic is a natural
magic,
process,
anxiety,
and
man.
anxiety is its invaluable, irreducible fuel. But in turn, those burdened with more anxiety and fear produce more and more magla from their hearts. Without the willpower to face your fear, the magla overflows. Uncontrollable by magic, it can give rise to strange and terrible happenings as it manifests, with the world embroiled in chaos. These outbursts of swollen magic may be happening all across our kingdom.
'Tis the answer to everything. The melancholia crystals, the beasts driven feral. The very land is erupting with the weight of its people's fears.
Hold on. If Luis's art is rooted in bringing out this chaos, then anyone might be next. He said he became a monster because he's elder, but that wasn't the complete story. If what you say is true...
Indeed. All people today are ultimately descendants of humankind. If Luis so chooses, he could turn
there it is.
A human monster. Yet as long as you have the strength to confront your fears, even this transformation may be defied and overcome. What do you wish to know?
Who exactly is Luis?
Every time I heard of his doings in the wider world, I felt more and more sure that Luis is from this village. His knowledge of humans, his skills in magic,
he had the book.
His grasp of darker arts. They're all beyond a mere soldier to begin with, however prodigious. As it happens, a name does occur. Among those old families who perished in the fire, there was one by the name of Caradrius.
Caradrius?
I believe. In an effort to better heal the ills of the people, they had studied spells much like the ones he now exploits. The details are long since lost to the fire. But if Luis bears our legacy, that may be the reason for his vast knowledge.
Wait. What about Luis's ambition? The vision Rella saw? Do you think he actually wants to turn everyone in the kingdom into humans?
There is no known magic strong enough to turn many people at once, and none that can be cast quickly.
Even if it was possible, I don't know what it would accomplish. But this is Luis we're talking about. Who knows what he's thinking?
But if he would turn people into humans, if in the unlikely event that happens...
If there is any motive for such cruelty, it can only be hatred. If Luis is truly from this village, then their fire would have cost him everything. Such unjust tragedy could easily beget a thirst for revenge, even if it meant wielding a magic that twisted life into something terrible, instead of uplifting it. Indeed, it seems the opposite of an archetype. A truly dark power.
Who goes there? Someone flees!
That's him. The malformed assassin who struck at the prince. He's bound for the woods.
After him!
Uh-oh. Alright, no time for talk. We're going. No casualties. Uh-oh. I think these guys can't tell. It's freaking Zorba, dude. Oh, uh-huh. Oh yeah, we'll be fine. Oh,
What now?
I have martial artist. Here it is. The Prince. Yeah, I have to level it up. Do you want to be Paladin?
Ready?
Yeah, let's go up be Paladin.
Stop! You! Zorba.
So it was you behind the attack?
Indeed it was. I killed the prince, though he died all too easily. And the odd thing was, his aura felt awfully similar to yours. So I decided to bide my time a while and listen. And it's a good thing I did. There really is something stranger going on. Who are you? Are you the prince or not? Whatever your answer, I must report back to Lord Luis.
Do you have any idea what Luis is really scheming? If he becomes king, everyone in this country is doomed.
If that is what Lord Luis so desires, then I shall see it done.
Yeah.
It's almost impressive how blind your faith in him is.
I suppose it's just easier to follow instead of thinking for himself. He's forgotten anything he really wants.
What did you intend to do? The crown is too heavy a burden for your reedy frame. Lord Luis is the true king, who will save the worthy. And you are nothing but a powerless imposter, only fit to be sacrificed.
He is no imposter, fiend. His Highness has finally taken his first steps on the road to victory. Here, at his journey's end, after enduring these countless hardships, he has become a true successor, a true ruler. Because he knows the people's suffering firsthand.
Well, imposter or not, it's all the same if he's a corpse. And so I shall return the prince and his dying legacy to the underworld, where they belong.
Oh boy.
Bastard! I wondered why you ran away, but it was all to lure us straight to this monstrosity.
Keep your guard up. The Melancholia is fueling his magic power.
We've come too far to be stopped by something like him. Let's put our power on full display.
Alright, Zorba. That's right.
This guy shows up again just when we've unlocked some new power. Kinda feels like fate by now. Okay, time for a new fight. Stay on your toes.
Prince archetype unlocked. Exclusive to the practice. Well, it can act as support for all synthesis skills. You can... Yeah.
Let's take it down and then get after Zorba.
Hold on. Lend me your strength.
Strike true. Wind.
You think yourself equal to a you? On me, we go together.
Woohoo.
Let's do this.
Oh, that's cool. Ninja stuff.
In the name of after me.
Wait.
We'll combine our strengths.
I'll blow you away. Right on time.
More apples? Quick, knock them off again.
Nice miss.
Behold, we stand together.
Lion guard.
You can do this. And thus I end it. I will fight with. Let's work together. Scour. Let's push through.
Oh, please.
Hey.
Now we strike.
It's up to you now.
My heart and soul are apologies. Would you finish it?
Let's do this.
Look here.
All right, get Rex Orba. Wind God's Gale.
Check me out.
Yeah, that feels nice.
The bastard got away.
I say, you chaps boggle the mind. It's no mean feat to fight on even footing with a human.
I'd hoped as much. You may yet have the power to face Luis at his full strength.
It's good to see you're safe.
Well,
We've certainly taken these powers a long way. Maybe we thought ourselves invincible, but don't worry. At long last, the prince is safe. In a manner of speaking. Everything's going according to plan.
Still, what's our next move? The people think you a monster. We'll not find any public backing like this.
Alsace once said that His Highness the Prince was a soul born into adversity. He is royalty and elder both, heir to the legacies of heaven and earth. He is water and
I don't have two color eyes anymore.
conflux. When the day
Just
comes that
saying.
His Highness may be revered as the good ruler he can be, then the world will truly be free of prejudice. And that, he said, is why we fight.
In his own words, huh? We have to fight for what he believed in. All the more reason we can't turn from this.
Right.
Come what may, my life is a shield raised in your highness's name. Are you prepared to fight Luis to the bitter end?
I will.
Of course. I'm prepared.
Yes, that determination is how we'll stop him.
If he ends up king, he'll be sending all traitors to the gallows. Not just us, but any innocent folks he doesn't find use for.
Yep.
Look, I'm never giving up hope either, okay? All we have to do is beat him, right?
That's about what it comes down to, yes.
Basically.
It's not gonna be easy. But we work best under pressure anyway.
You... I'm still amazed.
Oh, he knew. She knows his mother. Huh.
Truly, you are a child of fate. Your mother, she loved your father, and you with all her heart. The injustice that befell this village is not your fault. But listen well. Once you leave this village, you cannot return until you have fulfilled your ambitions. After all, an old crone like me can't take care of you forever. If you want to overcome your hardest challenges, you'll have to face them yourself. The world's fate is in your hands. Please, put an end to the tragedies of humankind's failures.
Yes, I will.
Our final battle lies ahead. We cannot lose. Yes, before all else, His Highness has only just awoken. Let us rest in the Gauntlet Runner for today, and advance to the royal capital tomorrow.
And we'll worry about the masses then.
It's a bit strange, isn't it? I was convinced we'd been together for a long time. But I can't believe we've only just met. The beginning of my journey may have been a false memory. But my journey with you and the memories we've made, those are all real. Well, guess I'm repeating myself. But I'm glad we're working together.
Likewise, I'm glad to be your ally.
Yep. Though, I guess our toughest challenge is next.
The mystical fairy.
All right, rank 8.
Gallica.
Finally, rank 8.
Who
Galaga.
still
Woo!
keeps the virtues of the mage. Your tempered bond has become a fire-forged trust. Thus, a new pinnacle of heroism awakens within thee. By the grace of her newfound powers, work together to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
We've got the path to tomorrow in front of us.
Elemental Master and Warlock. During squad battles, we may gain extra turn icons. Well, then. Oh gosh, we gotta level up Wizard. Elemental Master, Warlock, oh boy.
When things get tough, remember this magic. The music meant for you will play in your head.
Huh? Okay, this what now after all this, what does Moore think about all this
By the way,
shenanigans?
The Chieftess told me something about your novel. Apparently your parents gave you that book when you were still just a kid. I wonder what your parents wanted you to get from reading it. What they hoped for you.
Yeah, wonder, huh? Last more.
I suppose you'll have to find out for yourself.
The book is the legacy of my parents, the late King of Acronia, the Queen of the Eldest Sanctum. Wow. Ideas of the old world passed down to the Sanctum. Ooh, okay. Oh yeah.
What we're reading today is the last chapter. It's about the ruler of this ideal world. Let's read it together.
Alright, let's see it.
The last chapter is about the ruler of a utopia. The one who governs this utopia must have an unwavering will. To maintain justice in this world, there are innumerable obstacles to overcome. Yet, as long as one lives by their ideals, those who support them are sure to follow. A utopia is not the creation of a single mind or a single power. It is a world shaped by all its people. The last part sounds very metaphorical. There's a little more. However,
hence the name of the game.
Even a utopia may one day fray at the
Ta-da!
edges. Its people may come to conflict over the question of what is right. What is a true utopia? What is a true ruler? None have yet found the answers to these questions.
The true utopia has never been achieved. Well, yeah.
So even the author of this book struggled with these questions. And if you become king, you'll have plenty of tough questions and struggles to face yourself. Lady Cruaday mentioned the king was a real idealist when he first arrived at the village, but little by little, the pains of reality crushed his hope. And he even lost his son. In the end, his will was broken. He didn't lift a finger to stop the church's rise to power. With that in mind, I can honestly see why people would be drawn to Luis. His values are radical and cruel, but he's devoted to them. Unshakable, even. But we can't lose either. For the sake of everyone who has believed in us along the way.
Yeah, there's no guarantee. True.
Right.
But hey, you just gotta stop Luis.
You've got the power to change the world. And the one who gave it to you was, well, yourself. And that's what I'm going to help you with. That's my mission. My real mission. And I'm going to see it through.
Yeah, out of figures. We need to talk with more. He's like, what's this new look?
I saw what happened. So, you found a way to unequivocally shape your destiny. As far as I know, there is no record of your newly acquired archetype ever being used, even in ancient times. An archetype whose existence was only theoretical, known to some scholars as the magic of true sovereignty. Indeed, a power of legend. I once said that to be elder was your inescapable fate. However, it seems the truth was more complex than that. Magic is a process by which we confront fate and tame anxiety. And archetypes are its essence. They are manifestations of a resolve capable of heroic virtue. So then, what do you think is the foremost, most inescapable fate a person must bear?
The foremost fate? I'm not really sure, but for me to be me, and for you to be you, or something like that.
Indeed.
You do you, in other words.
You cannot choose who you are born to, and once your familial place is determined, that fate cannot be changed. Yet by some strange tangle of destiny, you were given a choice that the very act of existence denies. As a prince, do you understand? You stand on the threshold of truly becoming a ruler, not as an unearned title of bloodline's chance, nor as a mere authority over people. You have taken control of your life. You are ready to rule your very self. That is what it truly means to be a hero. And it is the crux of the power that is awakened within you. What glorious coincidence indeed, that I, as a scholar of archetypes, might cross paths with and witness such a remarkably fated boy. It almost
I must be a remarkable guest.
'Tis his hands that bear our fate.
Who?
Oh no, Heidelin's talking to Moore.
I remember. I know that I know this voice. Had I forgotten it all this time? Yes. I swear I've heard it before. And I let it slip from my mind. Who are you? You with this voice that moves hearts. Speak. Who are you? Why have you awakened this boy to his power?
If it is answers you seek, then go and claim them.
Huh.
Are you? Could you be?
As for you, I bid thee awaken.
Huh?
Move onward to thy final ordeal. Take thy place at the final proving of the ascension of kings.
It's like Moore's like, who is this man? Oh.
Time marches on.
Ding ding ding.
The age of a new king draws nearer.
Oh, look at that new shot. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's
Okay, all our preparations are just about set. Now that this is actually happening, I've got some pre-show jitters.
You do.
I always felt they lived in a different world to the likes of me. Never figured I'd be walking alongside one myself.
'Tis proof that bloodline decides nothing.
The bloodline.
People living in a shared world.
Looks like this is.
I am the tribe. I am the tribal chief. Acknowledge me.
You want to say?
We can't give up. Stand strong to the end.
Put your ones in the air.
No way we're losing here. I've got the fire in my eyes now.
About the new stuff you've felt and learned since becoming the prince. Can I ask you one more thing? Why is it that you want to be king? It's not about honor or power, is it?
I want to protect this country and its people.
'Tis the answer I hoped for. As your knight, I will ever serve you with all my soul and ability.
Well, I guess this means we're ready as we're gonna be.
This place here.
Let's move.
You see?
Yeah.
After having made so many sacrifices, the group has gained new powers and ascertained new truths. Their arch-enemy, Luis, already has one hand on the throne. Even so, they march ever forward, spirits rekindled by battle. They head to Grand Trad, for the fight is far from over.
That Elden boy is nowhere to be found. I suppose it's only a matter of
Oh no, the Jedi Council.
the throne.
Speaking of which, I don't see the general. The voice of the pro-Luis faction became too overwhelming. He was ultimately forced out of his position. Why is this happening? Even if the Sanctus Church's favor has collapsed, why is it that Luis alone is reaping the benefits?
The public mind is the same as it's always been. It's too difficult to find answers in themselves, so they follow those who provide. We've certainly relied on that ourselves.
It's always easier to follow than to have to make all the risks yourself. Now that we are out of ideas, what can we do?
Can you imagine Luis on the throne? Can you imagine what he'd do with us? We'd be the first on the chopping block. Do we hide?
Gosh, even pausing now, it's gonna be a spoiler.
Is this really the time for idle chit-chat?
Oh, hey. Oh, hey, Badlin.
Passing wastrel? Thought I'd drop in for a word since I was in the area. You might have one way to survive.
Oh. Badlin, do tell. Yep.
Well then, let us depart.
Lord Luis, your pardon. We've encountered an unexpected snag. I killed the prince in the Elden village. I confirmed his death, yet it appears the boy candidate has merged with his corpse. It seems
Refused?
the prince is now resurrected.
Resurrected?
Yes, and what's more, the boy candidate was the actual prince after all. Something about his soul having traveled independently and then returning to his corporeal body.
I see. So his ideal form was spun from Magla. Whatever the case, this means the land's true prince has reawakened in his sanctum. How interesting. After these long years, my chase may finally come to an end. My nemesis awaits.
Lord Luis, what is it about that bastard that fascinates you? Yeah, I won't let it end like this. I have to do better.
I need more power. He needs to be Virgil.
Luis, I am worthy of his gaze.
We'll soon be arriving above the royal capital.
Excellent. As planned, increase altitude and enter the royal palace in the sky.
Are you certain? We'll be heading directly to His Majesty, the former king, and...
Rest assured, that old fool is powerless to stop me now. Proceed.
Understood.
Let the final banquet begin.
Mm-hmm. What's the play here, Luis?
Come on, any takers? Any bets for the other candidates? Remember, if Luis loses, a silver coin could turn into mountains of Reef.
What are you
trying
to say? You think Count Luis is going to lose?
Oh no, of course not. I'm just saying.
I'll call that bet. All in on His Highness the Prince.
Damn, Balin.
A sanctus bigwig gambling away his tides? This really is the end of the world. Didn't know his esteemed princeliness had any supporters left.
I mean, he's not really the prince, is he? Was actually a monster in disguise all along. Haven't you heard the news? The times we live in, I'll tell you.
Must be tough, being an easy mark. It didn't take much for you to buy everything Luis was selling.
Topical.
The fireworks went off the moment he said, "Behold." Remember? You don't think there's any chance Luis orchestrated the entire thing?
Oi, churchman. You've seen Count Luis lie to us. You think he cast some big illusion?
An illusion, eh? What if I said it's a power more dangerous than that? Always struck me as odd. We all know Luis, the mighty human slayer, but how does he keep finding the things one after another? Seems a bit convenient, if you ask me. Like he knows in advance where these monsters will appear to cause havoc.
Easy to nitpick and gripe about him, isn't it, churchman? Maybe someone needs to shut you up.
All right. Let's keep things civil, eh? No sense becoming a monster yourself.
Ha, he knows.
What's all this fuss about? Damn it! When Count Luis is king, you'll all be the first at the gallows. You'll die just like Forden.
Well, they're probably just as anxious as the rest of us.
Yeah, they're gonna turn the human monsters.
Humans have been sighted near the capital, after all.
It's more than that. Pockets of society have resented the upper class for ages now, but this might be the spark that lights the kindling. Luis's respect for power is certainly cruel, but it's fair to an extent. Those of us pushing the status quo have always struggled to understand the appeal.
Even then, everyone's on edge. They'll jump at any excuse to argue and snarl at each other.
Just like the internet.
Not normal, I say.
In general.
Blindness and doom go hand in hand. If we don't find some common ground soon, it'll collapse.
That's like Atlas knew. The Atlas writing team knew.
Luis left saying that he'd be waiting at the royal capital. Only one place he could be. All eyes are on his Skyrunner as it rises to the flying palace. What are we about to see?
Well, more big plays.
The royal palace. It's been a while. Do you hear me, O king? Stubborn and deathless? This country is distorted. You and the other titled authorities decide who grows fat and who is devoured. The country knows no war only because our very core is built upon a system of societal predator and prey. It cannot be defied from within. That is peace, but not order. Hand over the royal scepter. The game is over. The country needs change, and I will provide it.
Thou impertinent faith breaker, hast thou no shame in preempting the day of judgment?
Do you presume yourself a god? Is that why you wrought your face in stone and took it to the heavens? You're nothing. Just an ordinary, broken old man.
How wouldst thou wield the king's magic? To what end?
To purify all that your kind have left to rot. You threw away your ideals, but I will never make that mistake.
Only the people's chosen may take the throne. The royal scepter and its resting place remain beyond you.
This royal scepter, the royal magic. Did you think that only generations of kings were aware of their secrets? Why someone can manipulate world-changing power by use of only a single scepter? Why only those supported by the people can use it? Listen well, O king. The truth behind the royal magic.
Oh.
Huh. So it's true. The country truly is putrid with sin.
Louis knew.
In other words, if I took hold of it now, then I would have the power to change the world itself.
How didst thou learn of this?
How?
Whoa.
Thou wert elder.
You were not always blind to this country's rot. When you visited our sanctum, I saw and knew the passion in your heart. And yet, what happened to our village? What happened to this country?
Ooh. Ooh. Be plotting.
You cannot stop me any longer. Nor can anyone else. Save one lone possibility.
He's just gonna get it.
Snatching victory from the maw of catastrophe, the party descends again on the royal capital, Grand Tran. But they are greeted only by ominous skies. Their return hardly counts as a triumph, considering how they departed. Anticipating conflict, the Gauntlet Runner comes to a quiet stop.
What the hell's wrong with the sky?
Isn't that... Boy! That monster boy's come back! Ah! That's why the sky's grown so hellish. The half-dead bastard returns with his head held high.
A more aggressive welcome than I expected. Would any introductions help them to understand?
It's useless. Words are cheap. Still, we should walk with pride instead of trying to keep our heads down.
True enough.
His Royal Highness, the Prince, returns! Luis distorted his form through strange and terrible magics, but the curse is now dispelled. His true form has been restored.
Oi, if that's really His Highness, then tell us why in His Majesty in the sky stop all this bloodshed?
Huh?
He's an imposter! Just like Count Luis said! You'll not fool us again, beast!
Oi, calm down. At least listen.
And you! Never thought I'd see one of the Magnus brothers standing against Count Luis, even the thick one. He took in a Paripus like you, and you spit on him. Scum! Only thing traitors deserve is a tight rope and a stiff beam. And you want us to support the prince?
Lady Juno, I can't believe this. I admired you. Why would you risk dying alongside some fake prince?
I don't intend on dying with anyone. Besides, I'm still me, whoever I'm standing with.
Hey, you chief! Weren't you the wretch who got kicked out of the knighthood? Now you're with this pack of throne chasers. Shame. Shame!
Shame.
Mustari girl! You ungrateful pagan! Count Luis brought down the Sanctus Church for you! How dare you strike
It's Twitter.
They're all traitors, I say!
What is all this? The truth of the prince hardly matters to them. Every one of them's only concerned with their own emotions, and nothing else.
We'll have your heads on pike soon enough. Leave! Get out of our royal capital!
If they're just monsters,
We can deal with them ourselves. How about it?
This is bad. They really are out for our blood. Has everyone gone insane?
Oi, over here! Don't bother with them. No talking this one out. You need to run now.
Batlin, what's up?
We weren't away from the city that long. What happened? Why are all the people so bloodthirsty now?
The prince turning into a monster before their eyes still lingers in their minds. After all, a monster entered into their society disguised as a person.
No, that's not...
I know, it's not true. But truth and how it appears to the citizens are different beasts. Moreover, humans have been sighted closer than ever before. The royal capital's populace is unused to danger, so they've become suspicious of each other. How fares your neighbor? Do you run in circles with monsters in disguise? Are questions on the tip of every tongue.
Oh, yeah.
Death, Luis has everyone on a knife edge. He's erratic, and nobody knows how he'll react to those who defy him if push comes to shove.
So, at the core of it, people are scared witless, and they cling to Luis as a savior, rather than the devil he is.
You well know that Luis cares not one whit about social status, especially as a token of birthright. No amount of wealth or standing can buy his protection. So those who may have opposed him at first now counsel that condemning him would be imprudent, as it puts their safety at risk.
Then we're stuffed. He won't save anyone. And oh yeah, he can create humans, by the way.
Oh, that's all true then. I have my suspicions, but it's still a bit of a jolt. This all said, in my humble opinion, what we're seeing in the people now has been in the works for some time.
What else is new?
Now, has the tournament for the throne truly ever been a fair contest? The Sanctus Church bent it to its whim, and I abetted that. To my shame. Before I met you people, I didn't have much to me but anger and quips. Yeah, I'd rant and snipe and have my cynical little discourse, but I'd only looked to others for change. Now maybe that outlook's our real enemy. Blind fanaticism, like I had. Even if there's no malice to it, it's a dangerous thing.
Yeah.
Hard to think clear when your mind's a muddy stream.
We've been told Magla is born from people's anxiety. Perhaps the proof is now before our eyes.
Kind of ironic. But we have to do something about it. If we don't, they'll never listen. We'll only ever be seen as an enemy.
I had the inn prepared. They won't let anyone in but you lot. Let's head there for now, shall we?
For now.
All right.
Oh, I have to. I can't fast travel.
Let's move.
Now this is like the Final Fantasy 16 situation of like, hey, red skies, purple skies for the end of the game.
Everyone, I'm glad you made it back in one piece. Since you left, Luis is following.
Yeah, now it's having that issue.
Have you changed? You're still the same person, aren't you?
'Tis quite a story, but it deserves explaining. I only hope you can believe us.
The Badland be like, whoa!
Alright, wait a minute. Let me get this straight. I had thought all this business with declaring yourself the prince was a well-meaning bluff. But under the deception, you were, in fact, the actual prince. Is that right?
Yes.
Still, I mean, How do you get the whole country to believe your story? Is that even possible?
Frankly, I doubt it. We've just seen firsthand how far we'll get trying to talk the people down.
Then what will you do? If this goes on...
But you're still you, yes?
Yes.
You came to help everyone, just like you helped me before, right?
That's right.
Yes, that's right.
The bonds.
It'll all turn out fine.
I still gotta max them out.
I see. So, even if no one believes you, you're still determined to settle the score with Luis head on?
Even so, the gulf between us is wider than ever. The people have all but named him their champion. With so little time, a guileless appeal to the public may fall on deaf ears.
Hard luck for the honest knight. And not much room left for civil debate now that Luis is openly advocating killing his opposition. Well, that ship sailed when the king's magic faded. Anyway, if there is a key to turning the tide, first place I'd look is the castle in the sky. You saw how violent and volatile the city folk are now, but I don't think it's as simple as fearing Luis. I've been keeping an eye on the royal capital while you were off on your jaunt through the woods. Frankly, the change in public sentiment was too sudden, unnatural. It's as if they've been collectively drained of their sanity, and if I had to guess what's causing it...
You're implying it's Luis's doing? All the eeriness in the sky. Is that because...
Don't know, but the change in the citizens is certainly odd. If something really is forcing it, that means we might still have a chance to fix it.
Well, we gotta actually ask him.
On the other hand, it may well be bait for a trap.
There's gotta be something up there.
Then it's settled. Head to the royal palace and put a stop to whatever Luis is cooking up. With that Skyrunner, you're the only ones who can. And we'll fight in the ways we can too. We'll make sure the whole kingdom hears that the real prince is back after all the strife he's been through.
Indeed. If you can make things better, you might just inspire everyone to remember their own hopes and dreams. Maria's been terribly patient, waiting for you and believing in you. It'd be nice to see her smile again.
Right.
The proof. Too late with the ratings.
I'll always believe in you. We'll all do our best, so you can be a good king.
Mm-hmm.
If we win, I suppose you really will be king.
We're counting on you, O king.
Tis too late today for a grand charge, I fear. Let us take a night's rest, and on the morrow, we make for the castle.
Yeah, let me sleep on it.
What to
Oh man, 85 hours.
Hold there.
Don't worry.
Come on.
Easy as a 180. What do you expect?
Good night.
The day of the hero draws near, which shall see the crowning of a new king. 31 days remain.
Oh wow, we have the deadline.
To all the people who dwell in this land.
Oh gosh, the moon is coming in hot.
Soon, naught but 1 month will remain. On the dawn of the day of the hero, the one who has inspired the greatest faith of the people shall inherit the kingdom. I bid thee forget not these words.
All right. Put the gauntlet down.
Wasn't expecting to wake up to such a spectacle, but I suppose that confirms it. This is where it ends.
Luis has already fortified himself behind the palace walls. Good thing we've got a Skyrunner, or it'd already be over for us.
Or perhaps it is us he has been waiting for all this time.
However disturbing the world looks now, 'tis only a prelude to the deadland Luis strives for.
Sky looks proper hellish already. And with all the humans out there, it's no wonder everyone's losing their grip.
Well, he wanted a fair world where strength decides everything. Funny how that's indistinguishable from absolute chaos.
But it's Luis who has the most support right now. And that wasn't born of deception. He broke the nation's order, and everyone knows it.
Sure enough.
Mm-hmm.
That's what got Ardell and I dreaming to begin with. Figured a world where the poor and weak get trampled on was a world worth breaking. Come to think of it, what do we all stand for, really?
Maybe hope.
A little broad, don't you think? I don't really know what everyone's talking about, but everyone who's seen you and your friends say you're amazing. You make them really, really happy.
Aww.
Because, you know, you've got all the tribes in your team. Everyone's different, but you keep working together and doing great. You're so cool.
I'm so cool. Aww.
You're quite right, Maria. It is a hard thing to word, so forgive my fumbling. But perhaps it is a matter of standing for something Luis does not believe exists. We must prove that it does.
If you keep on believing in what you want, and you keep on working hard for it, it will come true.
That's right, love. I can think of plenty of people who would be much happier if they took a page from your book.
No.
I see now. This is surely the essence of true magic.
Best of luck, Your Highness. After all those speeches about taking the throne, it'll be awfully irresponsible to go dying on us now.
Well, yeah.
Right, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we'd best keep an eye on the calendar. The king's deadline was the dawn of the day of the hero, so we've got until the day before. And that won't be the end of things either. Even if people come to their senses, it would amount to nothing if Luis sits upon the throne. Personally, I think we should prioritize our main objective here. I'm sure we'd get it done, but we have to make sure we have at least one day to spare before the day of the hero.
We've got a few days left, so it's up to you how we spend them. When we set off, let's do it with no regrets.
We will, no regrets indeed. Okay.
So Luis is hiding in the floating royal palace here. We have to stop him. I won't accept King Luis.
Skybound Avatar.
Let's put an
Alright, Skybound Art Avatar Conquest. We have until October 25th. So we have a month, in-game month. Oh my gosh, look at all the rankings. Stop the Archmage Luis, Pinnacle Evil. To challenge the Airborne Palace to depart from the round table in the Gauntlet Runner. Do the Mackless Earth 3 dungeons. Red weather. If it wasn't cautious, it's called Blight. The ability to follow in the port with the business. It says time to destroy every no regrets when you depart. Yep. Okay, final stretch. The final stretch indeed. And with that, we're gonna cautiously call it a night. Call it a night here, and yeah, days until the final the real final battle. 30 days. All right. Yeah, that's it for Metaphor ReFantazio tonight. All the more big plot tonight. We'll see if I still stream later today. This prep for the final stretch here. I'm probably gonna knock out some in-game days, and we'll go from there. But yeah, I'll let y'all know on socials when next time we'll stream this. I kind of want to do some of this prep off stream in case I have to farm again. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for lurking as always for the metaphor. If you like what you saw tonight, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more. So yeah, hopefully we can beat this by the end of the weekend. So I can be all hands on deck for the Monster Hunter Wilds open beta, which PlayStation Plus folks has first dibs on. So yeah, there's that. Well, I'll definitely try my Wayne weapons with the beta. It's mostly stuff from like seeing at the conventions it's been playable at, so nothing really new. But stream-wise will be new for the channel and such. Anyway, it's almost 1. I gotta sleep. Have a good night, everyone. See y'all next time. Bye!